With Animal Warriors of the Kingdom making its mark on the toy collecting landscape, fans will be curious to see how this increasingly popular toy line will look and scale compared to other action figures presently in their collections. Let's tackle this part of the conversation right here on Toy Connections. Made by Spiro Toys, Animal Warriors of the Kingdom has its own unique canon storyline which can be told through an ongoing series of comics. It's centered around the main character, Pale, who is a member of the Chunari group of apes, as well as his chief rival, the Emperor Kah Lee, and Pale's close associate, Atreiu, the heir to the feline group known as House Feralist. For the purpose of their collections, many collectors will have their own headcanon, but they may wonder how these figures look compared to other toy lines. So here's us looking at Pale and Atreiu next to a couple of Mythic Legions figures, namely Sir Owain and Attila. Here's Pale and Atreiu next to a couple of Super 7 Thundercats, for curiosity's sake, and here's both characters again next to some Matty Collector Masters of the Universe Classics figures, namely King Grayskull and Man-at-Arms. And now again with the Masterverse line of MOTU figures next to King Grayskull, who scales a little bit taller. And now with other Super 7 figures, namely Michelangelo and Casey Jones, so you can see the height comparison. And then now with some figures by Neca, namely the Marty McFly from Back to the Future, and of course Neca's own version of a cartoon-accurate Casey Jones. Just for the heck of it, here's how these two scale with some Mattel WWE wrestling figures, i.e. two of the greatest of all time. And now here they are next to G.I. Joe Classified Dusty, and now have a look next to Marvel Legends Cyclops. And again now with Black Series Luke Skywalker in his Snowspeeder outfit, though I believe this figure naturally scales just a little bit shorter. Looking at Kah Lee separately as the villain character, here's him next to Gorgo from the Mythic Legions War of the Aether Blade 2-pack set, and now Kah Lee next to Beastman and Trapjaw from Masters of the Universe Classics. Now Kah Lee next to Super 7 Lion-O, and now him with the previous Star Wars Black Series, G.I. Joe Classified, and Marvel Legends figures. Now here's Kah Lee next to the MOTU Masterverse Skeletor figure as well, and then now him next to the taller Super 7 TMNT Foot Soldier and the comparable cartoon-accurate Neca Foot Soldier that scales just a little bit smaller. For curiosity's sake, and since Atreiu is from a feline species, here's how he looks compared to the other Super 7 Thundercats that I have, and he does fit in even though he's a bit more armored up than they are, but it's a good photo to show if you're considering any of the House Feralist characters in your own Thundercats headcanon. Naturally, there's a lot to like about what Spiro Toys has done with Animal Warriors of the Kingdom, and whether you buy these AWOK figures as they're intended to be, i.e. within their own separate canon storyline, or if they're meant to blend in and mesh with your existing group of characters, this video serves the purpose of letting you know that you have options. Here's a look at the box, and you can see the packaging here next to G.I. Joe Classified figure packaging for those who are curious. And yes, for those who haven't gotten into the toy line yet, they do indeed come with a bunch of weapons and swappable hands, though that was beside the point of this video, so I thought I'd bring it up anyway just so you know what you're getting. Let me know if this video was helpful for you, and you can click some of my other content right over here. Subscribe on your way out if you already haven't, and I'll see you again next time. Thanks again, and take care.